welcome to the Kevin Entertainment video. It's already with a book review for The Spy Coast by Tess Gerritsen, The Martini Club, Book 1. It was also the February Book Club book pick for February 2024. I liked it a lot. It was a very good book. I will say it was super slow in the beginning, and it even left the thread in the beginning that was left open throughout the entire book. She didn't tie it up. I don't see it being a part of the next book, so it was kind of, in my opinion, unfinished business. However, when the book does get going, it's action-packed. It reminded me a little bit of a James Bond, Jason Bourne type feel of a book, but yet with a group of people. It reminded me a little bit of The Breakfast Club, almost a little bit. Yes, that movie. And it reminded me a little bit of Rizzolian Island, but that's only because Tess Gerritsen wrote it, and her writing fingerprints are all over it. It is a bit slow. That could be because she's building a new series, and that could be because sometimes she stumbles out of the starting blocks too. So it could be one or the other or both. I do think the characters came to life off the page very well. I think they were deep. I think they were well thought out. And I think that they were very tight and very succinct. And you could truly believe that they had a life before the page, and they will continue to have a life after the page as well. It was a very deep book in that sense. Like I said, it had that James Bond, Jason Bourne-esque feel to it, but almost like a buddy cop movie feel to it too, because it had a lot of comedy, it had a lot of intrigue, and plenty of action. It had everything that you may have. Sorry, I'm wildly gesticulating, but the book, when it got rolling, was a very intense book. Now, there was one character, Joe Thibodeau, that I did not like all that well, and that's because I don't feel as though Joe Thibodeau, who is the police chief of the town where it's based, I don't feel she added a lot to the first book. Now, I know she's going to be in the second book, and hopefully it will be a deep book. Hopefully it will expand her character into a more well-meaning character. I did like the twist at the end. The twist at the end was magnifique. It was Ernst Stavro Blofeld-esque magnifique. It was Professor Moriarty magnifique, and Beekeeper. The last time I had a really good twist like this was in Larry R. King's The Beekeeper's Apprentice. It was very tight, it was very good, and what have you. So it was very good. It was very top notch. As far as the twist at the end. Now, I do think, and I think that all the ancillary characters, not just the main group, the Martini Club group, but the main group of but the ancillary characters in the book, all had, for the most part, the ones that showed up a lot, all had lives. She dealt with present day flashbacks and whatnot very well. It was very well defined. Her chapters were the right length and therefore succinct, and they let you know what time period you were in at all times, so it was easy to follow in timeline fashion, because she would jump around from point to point, but it was very well put together and very well done. Who should read the book? Anybody that wants like a buddy cop feel book, anybody that wants a different type of spy thriller book should read this book. Anybody who likes Tess Gerritsen's writing should read this book. Anybody who wants to pick up something new that is action-packed but a little bit slow, it is admittedly a little bit slow out of gate, but when this book gets rolling, it rolls. It's like a roller coaster. You climb the hill, you climb the hill, you climb the hill, you climb the hill, and then when you get to the drop, once it drops, you're going straight down, and you won't let go till the ride is over, because it's that succinct. It's that good. Excuse me. On the GoodReads scale, it's a 4 out of 5. On my own scale, it's a read it, own it, love it. Even if you don't own it, this is one of the ones that I would say you need to rent from your local library. You need to pick up maybe secondhand. If you can't afford it firsthand, you need to find a way to read this good book, because it's got a little bit of spy romance-esque, the Bond novels. It's got a little bit of comedy. It's got a little bit of mystery, and it's got a whole lot of action. And in my mind, that's the right recipe for an excellent, excellent book. It's the right recipe for a book series that now in book 2, I expect book 2, and this is what I would want out of book 2. I would expect the second book, which I think is The Summer Guess, coming out in March of 2025, so we got a while to wait on it, but you know I will review it right here on this channel. But I would expect that, I would wholeheartedly expect that book to hit the ground running. You don't have to introduce any new characters except for your villain, and maybe slightly introduce the character that's going to lead the protagonist into the story. That's about the only thing you have to do. You have no more backstory that you need to fill. You have no more slow time. The book is 347 pages in print, also 347 pages, or I think it said 353, but that's with acknowledgments. It's 347 of actual story in Kindle format, and it's about 10 hours long in Audible format as well. But it's it's still very good. It's still top-notch writing for Tess Gerritsen. It needed a little bit of ironing out, and we definitely needed that loose thread that was left in the beginning, that was left untouched, to be wrapped up, and it wasn't. So that left a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth, but the book was definitely enjoyable, and I sped through it in like 4.5 days. So it was very, very good in that respect. But before I gush on too long, because I didn't really even get into the plot of the book, because you know I try not to spoil things here, because I want you to go out and read it. But leave in the comments down below and try to leave it spoiler free. If you've read any Tess Gerritsen, if you've read The Spy Coast, let me know what you thought of it. Try to leave it spoiler free. And also, let me know of any other spy books or mystery books or that kind of book that you would recommend I read, and maybe we'll grow our TBRs, shall we say. But before I gush on too long, this is where I say, you know, I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 12:30 p.m. Central, 10:30 p.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more, please ding the notification bell to be notified when I upload a video. And without further ado, happy reading. I'll see you again soon, and peace.